Hello everyone! Today we are going to use Adobe Illustrator on iPad. We will learn how to name a file properly and understand how files are saved and can be reopened, select objects correctly, and edit objects properties. Before we start designing, we need to understand something very important. When we work on digital design projects in a professional way, it is essential to set up our work correctly from the beginning. Professional designers do not just start drawing, they organize their files, manage version, and structure their project carefully. This is why today we start from organization. First of all, we need to create our first project. So you need to unlock your iPad, click on the icon of Illustrator, and you are in the home screen of the software. You go in the bottom left corner and click on Create New. Then in the top menu, select Print A4 format. You go to the right size for unit, you select centimeters, orientation landscape, color mode RGB, and then you click on the bottom right, Create Files. Now, the name of your file is Untitled. You can see the name in the top center of the screen. It's not a good idea to leave the file with this name. Usually, for our summative task, you will find in the description of the task the name you have to use it. For now, I put my surname and then minus and the number 1. And then I click on the button OK. You can see now that the name is changed. If I close the app or I go back to the home screen, to do this I click on this little arrow in the top left that is pointing towards left. You will see under Written File the name of my file. I create a new one just to show you. So create new, print A4 unit centimeters, orientation landscape, RGB for the color mode, and then create file. If I go again to the home screen, you will see Untitled and then the file with the name correct. I click on the square on the top of the file I want to open. For me is the file with my surname. On the iPad, Illustrator works in autosave mode. This means in a different way from the computer you can find in the computer lab of our school. So the app automatically saves your work while you are working. But, autosave does not replace organization. Even if the file is saved in autosave mode, you still need to name the file correctly, keep versions clear, and avoid creating multiple confusing files. If you work in very complex artworks, it's a good idea to save different versions. So you can give it name number 1, number 2, number 3. So if something went wrong, you can still go back to the previous version and you don't lose all the work from the beginning. Now we're ready to start putting some elements inside our artboard. I want to use the shape tool, so I click on the icon with the square and I draw a square. Then I keep press on this to let appear another shape, that is the circle. Then I create an ellipsis. And then I go back to the square to create another rectangle. Now I have 3 objects on my artboard. I use the selection tool, the one with the arrow, to tell the iPad with which one I'm working now, I want to work with. So I click on the object and you can see that the borders changes. If I click on the corner, I can change the scale and the proportion. If I click on this circle connected to the structure of the shape with a line, I can rotate it, and I keep press so I can make rotation. You can see the angle of rotation inside. Then, if I keep the object selected, I want to change the color. I go in this tool with these two circles on the bottom left of the left side toolbar. I click on the first one. So, as you can see, I can change the background color of the shape. So, I can select the swatches, or I can click in the color wheel, let's suppose for a green, inside the ring, and then inside the square I can choose for the saturation. If I click on the other circle, I can change the color of the stroke. I want to make it blue. Okay, now if I zoom in, you can see the color of the stroke. But let's suppose I want to edit the thickness. So I click on the object again with the object selection tool selected. It appears this contextual toolbar. I click on the icon with the 3 horizontal lines and I move the control bar so I can change the thickness of the line. Now I select the other object and I change the color also for this. And for the ellipses, the same. This one, and then the stroke.